Hey guys, Tom here from Metalloud, and I'm here to review the new album from the Fall of Troy called OK. The Fall of Troy are a progressive post-hardcore mathcore band best known for their track FCPR Remix that was featured on as a bonus track on Guitar Hero, so a lot of people are familiar with that song and probably have heard the name at least in passing, mostly because of their featuring on Guitar Hero. Now they've come out with this brand new album called OK. They released it on their website for free. They did ask for donations, so you can get like a full copy of it in any format that you want with a $5 donation or more. So it's kind of a way for them, they said, to kind of just give back to the fans and to put their music out there for people who really enjoy it. I've always kind of been a fan of them. I definitely like their first album, Doppelganger. I like Manipulator as well. Wasn't too into the last album that they released. It was alright, but it was just a little weird. It didn't really click for me that well. This album, OK, it's kind of a mixed bag here. The album starts off okay with the song 401k, which is kind of starts off with this electronic work. You almost don't know what to expect with it because it doesn't really sound what you think of for the Fall of Troy. Then it just explodes into this mathcore sound, and I really enjoy that song a lot. It definitely has a lot of change-ups in it, and it does start things off very well. However, it's not a consistent thing through the album. Unfortunately, a lot of the songs, like Savior, for instance, become repetitive and kind of drone on way too long at the point where they become tiresome over time. Listening to them, you kind of wondering, when is the song actually going to end? There's again some good songs on here like Inside Out that has this kind of weird change up at the end, which is something that the Fall of Troy is actually really good of combining, mixing kind of pop elements and harmonies and things into their songs, and they've really done a good job with it on that song Inside Out, especially towards the end. There's a lot of songs that have that throughout them. Some work, some don't. Lyrically, this album, not so great. Now, I don't usually listen to hardcore albums or albums like this for the lyrics specifically. A lot of them kind of are a little out there or weird. I would say particularly Dance Gavin Dance writes some really, really obscure, just strange lyrics at times. These lyrics are not only strange and weird, but cringeworthy at times. Particularly the track Side by Side is really, really cringy. About somebody changing essentially when they're drunk, and it almost becomes misogynistic at times, and I really feel uncomfortable listening to that song. It's kind of a general theme throughout this album that a lot of the lyrics are just unnecessary, or again just so cringy. Like, why did they write it like this? Why did they have to use these lines? And if you actually listen to a lot of it, I'm not too into it. 401k probably has some of the stronger lyrics on here, and I hesitate to use the word stronger because there's really nothing that sticks out or is that great. But again, I generally don't listen to music like this for the lyrical content. Vocal work is strong. It goes back and forth between the screaming and the kind of higher side of the clean vocals. Vocally very similar to Claudio Sanchez of Coheed and Cambria. At times almost sounds exactly the same a lot of the times. As far as, like I said, the good songs on here, 401k is definitely an excellent starting song and a great song to listen to. Inside Out has that great change-up at the end. Again, a little kind of tiresome in that song, but that change-up kind of keeps things fresh at the end at least. The track Lovesick I actually really like. It's kind of very Dillinger Escape and sounding, and it's done in a very good way. I like that song. But again, there's so many songs in here that just kind of fade off and really are just forgettable, repetitive, and tiresome. So generally speaking, this album is kind of mixed. It's got some good songs, it's got some bad songs. Now, again, it is a free album, so this isn't, something that you're going to be wasting your money on. So if you like Fall of Troy, if you like generally bands like Dillinger Escape Plan, if you're into that kind of stuff like mathcore, or Converge even, there's some elements there, I would say reminiscent of Converge. Not quite as hard as Converge. They definitely, Fall of Troy really kind of workings, like I said, some harmonies and some kind of pop elements there. This is definitely something worth checking out. It's a free album, so if you don't like it, you didn't waste any money on it. But overall, that's pretty much what I have to say about this album. It's nothing great. It's not going to probably win over any new fans for the Fall of Troy. It's probably going to at least satisfy some of the older fans to a degree. Like I said, some of the songs are good, some of the songs are bad, and I know I keep repeating it, but that's how I feel about this album.